All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Under crush, under crush, under. Check 50, check 50.
McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run, watch the run. Switch, switch. Check 26, check 26. Back, back, back.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go now. There's 18 data, 18 data. There's a party now. Check safety, check safety. Check 3, check 3.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get it. Let's go. Now the wolf.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
I got you.
On 2nd and 7, Locke throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they try the right side here. And he gets it down to the 32. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 18 Gators.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. A quick hitter complete. It's Davidson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I'm coming. Tighten up. General West.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch two. You. Choose the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Flush to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Harbin that time, and now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Haskins going to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Watch the ball, watch the ball. Check 13, check 13. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So first thing crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
You ain't got nothing. Check 4, check 4.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A final shot before half for Locke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Got it? 6. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Tyler, 64, weak.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And it's 3rd down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Lock going to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd and 9, block. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Slam, slam, slam. Switch, switch, switch.
Now a handoff looking right. Brushing off defenders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down, Haskins. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Haskins on third down. He may try and run for this. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Under 10, 10. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Shoot.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 42.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Hey, you got
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let him know. Let him know.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd and 6. Locke. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Locke now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
And the Panthers first down.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down. Haskins escaping the pressure right. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. Here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Haskins dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the 1st.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Haskins. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for Denver, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, add one more loss to the